If they decide to separate from Canada and choose to become a 51st state, then they would get a lot of the benefits that we have. And this 51st state, that means America adds another Texas to its states.
Alberta says we want to be independent. We want to become the 51st state of the United States of America.
Alberta and Saskatchewan have done what Ottawa swore would never happen. They've begun the process of becoming the 51st and 52nd states of the United States. What started as talk is now paperwork, signatures, and lawyers. This isn't a rumor anymore. It's a plan.
It's only coming closer to fuel Albertans to say, look, whether they want independence or not, they're being bashed into a corner to say, we don't have any other choice. If we want jobs, if we want security, if we want a government that's actually going to put our needs and our ability to produce at the table.
2026 isn't just a date on the calendar. It's the breaking point. For decades, every major project was strangled in red tape. Keystone XL, Energy East, Northern Gateway. The patience is gone. Every town hall now feels like a countdown.
Blindingly pissed off the people are.
Oh, of course they are.
And it impacts what they call their Midwest, which is Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta, and then you have
Billions in investment have burned to satisfy political vanity in Ottawa. The federal deadlines for emission caps and tanker bans are expiring, and when they do, Alberta will have no reason left to pretend Confederation still works.
It's frustrating because Canada brags about how much oil and gas we have, how much minerals we have, yet we don't do anything with it. And if we don't do anything with it ourselves, somebody else will do something with it.
Every meeting in Ottawa is the same script: unity, cooperation, frameworks. Meanwhile, Alberta's oil output hit 24.9 million cubic meters last June, but no new pipeline exists. Polls show a third of Western Canadians would rather join the U.S. than stay under Ottawa's control.
I watched the UCP full time and time again under Ottawa's pressure instead of standing up for Alberta's interests, and told Newsweek Albertans keep working harder while getting a less in return, advocating for an independent Alberta to control our policies, our borders, and our prosperity.
The protest era is over. The Alberta Prosperity Project and Wexit successor groups are coordinating referendum groundwork. In Red Deer and Moose Jaw, people aren't asking if independence is coming. They're planning how.
It's very weird. And Alberta is fed up. The people of Alberta are fed up, which is why you're seeing a rise in support for the separation, for the referendum, for the separatist movement, whatever you want to call it, right? And I don't blame them. I'm pissed off on behalf of Albertans.
Alberta and Saskatchewan power the national economy. Oil, potash, uranium, grain. Yet they're treated as burdens. 99% of Canadian oil exports already go south. This isn't partnership. It's dependency.
in Canada, the taxes are amazing, and then the government gives money back to the provinces. They give in Alberta, I think Saskatchewan is the same, in these, sometimes they're called transfer payments, also called equalization payments. Albertans get $16.95 per person in the billions that come back to Alberta.
The U.S. runs on Alberta's oil and Saskatchewan's gas, while Ottawa taxes the producers. Alberta's GDP per capita tops $90,000, yet it sends billions east through equalization.
Smith is at the end of her rope. Alberta is ready to move forward with a pipeline. But Mark Carney isn't. Well, he says he is, but he isn't actually.
That's not unity. That's exploitation. Even Saskatchewan pays more into the system than it gets back. 59% of Westerners say they have too little influence. The Alberta Sovereignty Act wasn't a stunt. It was a warning Ottawa ignored.
What kind of government says we're not going to tell people about the progress we're making with other countries? We're not going to tell anybody about the deals to these tariffs and everything. Here's my biggest question. If you're not going to tell anybody about it, then why are you spending taxpayer dollars to go down to the United States?
Talk to people here, farmers, welders, truckers, and you'll hear it. We're leaving. Only 1 in 4 feels respected by the rest of Canada. The others stopped hoping a new prime minister would fix it.
Independence is the only path forward.
The math favors independence. Under U.S. law, projects move in months, not years. Alberta's resource revenue could fund the transition within a single budget cycle.
Our brand of heavy oil competes more directly with Venezuela and Iran and Russia, and we think that we are a much more reliable trading partner for that kind of oil for our friends and allies. When you look at the value of bitumen, we believe that this project, if we could build it at 1 million barrels a day, even at today's prices, that would generate $20 billion a year.
The Clarity Act was built to trap the West forever. 7 premiers must agree to any change, giving Ontario and Quebec veto power. That's not democracy. It's entrapment.
Why are you jet setting down to the United States on our dime to essentially do nothing? Zoom call doesn't work? Phone call? Can't do those things? This is how you know the country's going to hell. And again, only further fuels the need for independence in Alberta.
Ottawa's silence will be its admission that Confederation is over. While the rest of Canada debates identity politics, the West will cross the border not as beggars for trade deals, but as partners in production. 2026 won't be remembered as division. It'll be remembered as liberation. The West will stand on its own terms. The map is already changing.